Welcome to Frame by Frame, where we dive deep into the heart of photography and videography, exploring tips, techniques, and stories from world-renowned photographers and videographers from all over the world. Join us as we uncover the mystery, the magic behind the lens on this episode of Frame by Frame. My name is Stephen Segal, and I am going to be the host for this episode. I'm a content creator, and I do photography, videography, and been doing photography a little while now, most probably 18 years. So I am quite old. Anyway, the man in the hot seat right now is a phenomenal wildlife photographer. Mr. Mubarak, how are you, sir?
I'm very good. How are you, Stephen?
Looking great as usual. Awesome to have you here with us.
Thank you so much.
How are you feeling?
I'm very good, very comfortable with you.
I love it. You're looking so comfortable and so ready for this.
You're ready for it.
Awesome.
We'll fire on this.
Sorry?
We'll fire it.
Absolutely, we'll go for it. So now tell me, your love for photography, where did it begin and how did it start?
It's begun from almost 10 years. I started photography, but I took it seriously almost 6 years. And I started with astro, landscape, and suddenly jumped on wildlife. And once I beyond wildlife photography, once I started the wildlife photography, I never looked back. It's each frame's given, it's a memory. Most of the photos posted in the Instagram. I'm taking all kind of the photos, but most of the photos I posted in the Instagram is the wildlife photos because each frame's behind there is a memory.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yes. That's giving ultimate enjoyment, ultimate happiness also. And I started with a Nikon camera and still I'm a Nikon man. I'm a mad Nikon man.
I know that for sure. I know him really, really well. What an amazing guy and such a big heart. So now tell me, what was your camera that you started on, Nikon camera that you started?
I started with a D750.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's a great camera
Great
to start on.
yes.
And now what you're shooting on?
Nikon Z8.
What a beautiful, I mean, tell me, that's Z8. How are you enjoying it? What are you enjoying most about it?
It's very great camera and the technology built in Z8 and the 2.0 update, altogether it's fantastic now. That auto capture and Z8 2.0 update on the bait capture, everything is a fantastic camera now. In the industry, I can say that nobody can beat Nikon now.
Absolutely. And
Absolutely fine. Yeah.
to let you know as well, those of you that are out there, so Nikon's got a world first with regards to auto capture. It's auto capture both on video as well on stills. So world's first. Those of you out there, if you haven't seen the Nikon Z9 and the Z8 with regards to auto capture, it is unbelievable. Come check us out. We are here at Exposure Expo in Sharjah. We've got a Nikon stand here where we've got Nikon school teaching various different topics with photographers, videographers from all over the world. We've got vloggers here. We've got 2 stands where we're going to be doing photography, videography. We're also showing the auto capture on the Nikon Z9 that's over here and all the latest Nikon lenses as well as Nikon cameras. So if you're in the area, make sure you come and have a look. The Sharjah Expo Center, it is Exposure Expo. Go and have a look and come join us. Now tell me, sir, I want to check, when you're going out there, I mean, what lengths do you take to be able to get the perfect picture? Are you the one that sits in the car and takes pictures, or do you get out and you start really looking?
If I'm on regularly going for wildlife photography, not like a wildlife trips, like weekly going out and daily morning going out, I'll take 180, 600 now. Earlier I was on 200, 500. In zoom lenses, I preferably.
Okay.
But if I'm going for a trip, wildlife trip, any expeditions I'm going, I'll preferably keep 2 lenses. One is prime lenses and one is zoom lenses.
Okay.
Zoom lenses will give more comfortability for the framing, and prime lenses give ultimate quality. So I'll use Z8 and Z9. Earlier I was using D5 and D6, and will be mounted with a prime lens and zoom lenses, and give the most comfortable in the field also.
Got it.
And wildlife means it's ultimately unpredictable. So when the Z8, Z9 launched, I was so excited about auto capture. And when I tested the auto capture, the result was amazing. And now the Z8, I tested the auto capture. The result again. I'm so flat with the technology inbuilt it.
Let me tell you, and especially in wildlife, being unexpected and stuff, that auto capture really helps a lot. Tell me, with regards to capturing the images, when you're out there, is there certain things that you try and look for with the animals and what they're doing? Do you try and predict where they're going? Do you have to understand what the animals, like how they behave, or do you just go out and take pictures?
In wildlife photography, I can tell one thing that it's not all about the photography. It's about to know the animal behavior as well. So we should have to understand the animal behavior 100% to know the movement and the act in the field also. That can help be in the safe place always. Otherwise, that will be our last cut.
It's absolutely
and
true.
and in an ethical way, uh, we are we are one of the species in the earth, and there are other species in that. We should have to be respect each other and give a distance to them. They have to live on their world, and we have to live our world. We should not be we should not be reached to their close circle and disturb them for a single capture. That's not about the wildlife photography. Wildlife photography is all about to protecting the nature by capturing, by informing to the world through our capture.
Absolutely.
That's the message. That's the thing I can pass through.
I really, really love that. You know, the challenge is that people are always pushing the limits with regards to getting that perfect shot and getting that close-up shot. But you know, why endanger yourself and obviously the animal? And what ends up happening is the person get hurt, and the animal can as well if it turns around and attacks you. And that's why you got those beautiful long lenses. And you'll see the Nikon lineup now has got amazing lens. I think there's a 18600 that's also just come out. So
Awesome
beautiful,
lens,
beautiful
awesome
lens.
lens, awesome lens.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So now tell me also, when you're shooting, are you putting your camera on like a single shot release, or are you putting it on continuous high and
No,
letting it go?
continuous high shoot for sure. Because I don't want to miss any single moment in the wildlife. Definitely, it will be at my storage full for sure, but I never feel like when I'm coming back to home and review the photos, I missed the moment because of it. So when Z8 and Z9 introduced, and there was high frame per second, 20 frame per second in RAW, and 120 frames per second in JPEG, I was so happy with it. I never miss any moment after that. I never missed.
It's unreal. It's
I,
unreal. Now, what you were saying, what's interesting, and I just want to elaborate on that. With the 120 frames per second, what's interesting is the cycle will clock out at 1,000 shots. So even though it's at that cycle, it keeps going until 1,000 shots. But you also have to watch for having the right memory card.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people get that wrong. They go and buy the beautiful camera,
Yeah.
and then you don't have the fast enough memory card, and then things end up going
Yeah,
not the best.
Of course.
Absolutely.
In between the shooting, the hot card issues and will come out. So, preferably recommend the Nikon cards.
Brilliant,
To use it.
absolutely. I do agree with you with that. Okay, so now you going out. Tell me, you know, to keep wildlife interesting, because you know you can take maybe so many pictures of a zebra or something like that. How do you keep it interesting and keep reinventing or keep going?
Okay, which means when we are in the field, we have to observe the animal completely 100% to know what their beautiful action, what is. Then maybe first we will not get the beautiful moment at the first time, but by practicing it, definitely we will achieve it. We will come to know the moment. This is the moment we have to capture. Be ready with the camera. Be ready with the settings. Everything precisely know before in the field. So, uh, all the wildlife photographers around who is watching, big practice. That will make you better, more better, and definitely one day it will give you lifetime capture.
Totally agree. Practice, practice, practice makes perfect. It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of going out and shooting, whether you like it or not.
Learning never ends.
Is there a shot that you're dreaming of getting?
It was There was two incidents in my throughout the journey. The one incident was in UAE.
Okay.
I used to go every week to capture the sunrise moment in Al Qudra Lakes. It's a local lakes in Dubai.
Okay.
Uh, to get the shot of oryx and the sun silhouette.
Oh,
So every week I'm going and I'm not getting the perfect shot, But one day it got happen. Two oryx was in the one frame. That was the magical frame, and I never see the same frame in anybody's photo.
I love
It
that.
was, yeah. If you check on the Instagram, you can see that photo there. It is one full sun in that two oryx, two oryx species. And the second incident was there was the largest African elephant. It's Craig we called. This largest tusker elephant in Ambosli National Park.
Okay.
I went there. First day, I didn't meet him. The second day, 9 o'clock, around 9 o'clock, I got a call from the gate that Craig was there, spotted. I went there. So it's a huge elephant. Definitely, we'll have to we'll have to be distance. We don't want to disturb the animal. So I spent there almost 3 to 4 hours. By in a mind, I'm communicating with the. It's like a magical feel with communicating with the animal. I will not disturb you anymore. I'm just coming to see you and say hi and just take some few captures. He's so calm, and I take a last capture with a Nikon Z30 1650
Yeah.
lens. That much closer. It was an amazing moment interacting with an wild animal in the field. It's like me and you.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Oh,
much closer.
that is unreal.
Yeah, that's very that's a,
Jeez, that must have been phenomenal. And I think one of the things that I think those wildlife photographers are out there, it's key to have those shots that you dream of getting. That's it's almost on your bucket list. Like I have to get this shot, have to get, and with your persistence and your passion, you drove past and actually got an even better shot than you potentially would have hoped to get.
there are many. There are many.
Oh,
I want to explore the all and Africa. I
yeah,
want to explore the whales. I want to explore the water birds. I want to explore the deep forest,
yeah.
paradise birds. I want to go the Papua Guinea, West Green. There's so many things in the bucket list.
I love it.
It will be kind of an endless dream.
Yeah, that's true. That. So tell me your. I think you pretty much answered that. Your favorite feature on your Z8.
Favorite feature?
Favorite feature on Z8 is it the
On Z8, yeah. At present, the 2.0 update on bird focusing. That was my favorite now.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And earlier, I when I purchased the Z8, the 3D focusing was much improved, and
Yeah.
I like it much. But now 2.0 update, the bird focusing was amazing. I love it.
Oh, I can like it. What's your favorite lens? If you had to, if someone said to you, you can only choose one lens, what lens would it be?
I will go with the 18600 first
Is it
because I love framing. And
18600?
I want to be in a comfortable in the field. And if you choose any frame lenses, 400 to 0.8 TC,
Oof, yeah,
that is amazing lens. Amazing means amazing.
that
Please,
absolutely phenomenal. I love it. Are there some tips? Because again, taking care of your Nikon gear is really, really important. Any gear. Are there some tips that you usually do when you go out to take care of your gear, and then when you come back, do you take it to Nikon to get cleaned? What's your
definitely. Yeah, if you are a wildlife photographer, definitely will have to take all the gears in the field, and due to the weather condition, definitely it will be raining or dusty or sandy or kind of the weather condition we have to take. Nikon has a weather sealed technology, weather sealed cameras and lenses. That that will help almost 90% for our problems will be solved. But definitely we'll have to take care of our gears. When it's a rainy, I will use the raincoats and all. When it's a dusty, definitely I will come back and clean the camera and get ready for the next day shooting. So this has to be practiced. When the shoot finish and come back to your place, check the camera correctly and anything else impact and make it ready for next day for shooting. So that's what I'm practicing in the field.
I absolutely love
And
that. Yeah.
before go for a shooting, check the weather. That's very important. Is there hazy or any chances for rainy or dusty, windy? If you check the weather, definitely you can plan and prepare, and you can keep all the accessories with you.
I like that a lot. Tell me, with regards to your gear, when you Do you use any other gear apart from your Nikon, like tripods? Do you use bean bags? Do you have any kind of support gear that you use?
Yeah, we have to use gimbals, we have to use bean bags and tripods, monopods, and the flat plates.
Okay.
These are all kind of equipments we have to use in wildlife to get a perfect capture and to keep a safe distance and to avoid any distractions and if you, to avoid any shake on the video. So this all kind of equipments we have to use in wildlife. But definitely, all apart from all the equipments, we have to know how to use all these functions in the camera. That's the first important.
Yeah.
So with all the equipments, you will get the best capture? No. You have to first understand the wildlife. You have to first understand the wild animal behavior and what is your camera technology built in it and which are the settings you have to use it. This and all kind of essential knowledge you have to gain it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the most
Brilliant.
important thing.
Absolutely love it. Now, if you guys are wondering, if you are hearing this, I don't know if you can hear it on the podcast, that Z9 behind me is going crazy because it's on auto capture and it's going. It's absolutely phenomenal. So if you are hearing some noise coming through, we are at Exposure Expo right here in Sharjah, Nikon stand. We've got Nikon School out here. Please come and have a look. We've got 2 photo booths, one film booth, 1 photo booth. We've got sensor cleaning. So all of that is all here at your disposal. If you're not sure what to do, come join us over here. Please give us some likes and any comments that you would like and maybe some questions. Mubarak's most probably going to have a look at this feed and be able to give comments back. It's so great chatting to you and being here. So then moving on, video. I want to ask you, are you shooting any video?
Yes, of course. I love to shoot videos. For the 90% of my videos are wildlife, and 10% it's portraits, product shoot, and other things. When shooting wildlife video, this is most challenging part because it's not a constant object we are shooting. The object will move, and at the same time, the light condition also will be changed, and maybe it will go to shades, maybe it will come to the light. So there will be a lot of challenges we have to face when shooting the wildlife films. But as I said, by practicing, definitely we'll have a better outcome. So at present, I'm shooting Enro
Okay.
for the in a Z8 and Z9.
Sure.
That was awesome result for the color grading. It's a great result. So definitely, I can recommend all the people to when you are using Z8 and Z9, try Enro and enjoy the color grading of output also.
It's phenomenal. I mean, to be able to get that kind of clarity, 12-bit in camera, onto a memory card. And I see, again, go and have a look at the Nikon website for approved cards because there are approved cards for the Z9 and Z8 because they shoot information. There's so much information transferring on the read-write speeds that you really need to go and check that out before you just go and invest. And it's funny because I used to always recommend going at 64 gig cards, and now I'm at 512s. And 1 terabyte. I mean, that's what the information's doing.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I was shooting. Yeah. Sorry, go for it.
But when we shoot Enro 8K, definitely we need a higher capability card because it's kind of a huge heavy file. Definitely you should have a 2 terabyte or 660 GB card. But the result will be awesome.
Oh no, so just interesting fact. We're doing some calculations on 8K,
Yeah.
N-Log, N-RAW,
Enro.
full 8.3K from the camera. It was a 2 terabyte card. I think took 5 minutes of video.
Oh, eventually, yeah.
So you
when I by curiously, I tried 8K by using 128 GB card. It was got in 6 seconds. Then I realized that what was the file size it's given. So what the content inside? My expectations was unlimited. But when I shoot and come back, the result was great.
But the quality, I'm just so scared. Again, when people invest in 8.3K, what you have to realize, and I'm sure you understand that, is after that, once you've captured the information, you now have to put it onto a system that's going to cope with that processing power. What video are you editing your own videos?
Yeah, I am.
What are you editing on?
It's a DaVinci Resolve.
Oh, you're using DaVinci Resolve. Wow, that's a beautiful program, and I also recommend a lot of people to go on that. I'm doing Premiere Pro for a lot of things, and then I move on to DaVinci Resolve if I need to with regards to others. Tell me, I just want to check when you go out, and I think I've asked this, but I want to reconfirm this. When you go out and you're at a certain scene, are there certain checklists that you go through? Like, okay, this is a bird or whatever you're shooting. I need to make sure I get X, Y, and Z. I want these shots from this.
Definitely, uh, in one point, we should have a pre-plan. But if you ask, wildlife is it's unpredictable. So what's the point of a planning? So definitely, some of the people have a different opinion in that. Go to the field, and whatever the nature gives, accept it.
I
So
love that.
that's the most of the people will be answer the question. But definitely, when I'm preparing for a trip or when I'm go for any wildlife expedition, I'm planning most of the things. I need to get a lion shot. I need to get cats, all the birds. But if the based on the weather condition and based on the sightings, if it didn't happen, I'll never feel sad.
Yeah.
I'll go again. I'll try again. I'll try again. I'll try again, and I'll fill the bucket.
Perfect. 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 Perfect.
But
Yeah.
but definitely we should need a plan. So based on that plan, when you come back after the trip, you can have an assessment how much you have got and how much is the balance, and you have to go for what next. And there will be some improvement also. This I should, but it's not good as much what I expected. So you will have some calculation based on that. If you don't have any plan, whatever you got it's a bonus for you. It cannot be a measurement to improve it. You have to look for others' photo and take it as a measurement tool and compare with your capture, and this and all will happen. So you should not measure your capture with others' capture. You should have a measurement tool yourself. Your today your today should be challenged for tomorrow.
Oh, that should be somewhere written because that's beautiful. I really love that a lot.
Yeah.
That's really, really great. Is there a time, how do you stay motivated to keep going?
It's when you start the wildlife photography, definitely the nature will give all the kind of a motivation. Yeah, it's surprising all the time.
Yeah.
It's surprising, yeah, definitely. Uh, you will see unexpected, and you will not see what you expected. You don't need a person to motivate yourself, or keep
Yeah.
on motivate. When you go wildlife or when you go for a nature photography, definitely you will be motivated and positive yourself and come back for the next adventure. But uh, gaining the knowledge, gaining the knowledge is the most important part of your confidence and your positivity. If you have pretty knowledge about your gears, and if you have pretty knowledge about your wildlife, what you are doing, and if you have pretty knowledge about what you are talking, this and all will give extra confidence and positive attitude, and yourself you're motivated.
Tell me the biggest lesson you've learned in photography.
Biggest lesson. As a human, we should have all the people have some ethical behavior that we're keeping for a society. But when started wildlife photography, I have an extra manner. I have to keep ethical behavior for wild animal also. There is another kind of a species living in the world. It's not just a other part of the world. They are living. We are just a co-animals living with us. So that's the one I learned. We also species and they also species, and we have a boundaries and they have a boundaries. We should not be cross each other, and we should have to live in one earth peacefully together. So, in that scenario, when I'm thinking, wide thinking, I learned a lot. I learned a lot from the wild. I learned a lot from the nature. Apart from human behavior, I learned a lot. Apart from human ethical, I learned a lot.
Brilliant, brilliant. Tell me your tips for the audiences that are starting out in photography and specifically wildlife photography. Give them some tips for us, please.
Yes. First, if you want to start a wildlife photography, you cannot start, okay, you wake up and, okay, today I'm going to start a wildlife photography. No. You should have to be curious about the nature, and you should have to be an extra curious and extra, that's kind of for your passionate about the nature, then you can start the wildlife photography. And from that moment onwards, you have to look at the nature. From each point, you have to take it as a knowledge. When you meet a species, closely observe the species, and if you can record all the movement, record it, and come and review it. Next day, go again, review again, and this kind of the practice, you can gain the knowledge about the wildlife photography. The same way in a gears also. When you purchase any gear, go for it, and go with the nature and practice it. Try all the options in the camera, and be very comfortable with the camera and equipments. When any action happen, you should not be miss the capture because of you don't know the settings, you don't know how to handle your equipments. So in both scenario, you have to learn about the nature and you have to learn about the cameras and settings as well. So if you're passionate to do all this, and you can keep on doing this every day, and you will not be fed up with this, definitely you are the person in wildlife photography.
Thank you so much. That was great, great advice. Can you share your Instagram handle just so everyone can follow you if they want?
Yes, my Instagram handle is Mubarak Shanu. So that's a wildlife handle. I'm
Just spell it out for them if you don't mind, just so we can make
sure.
sure.
YUBARAK _ SHANU.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing your information and your insights into wildlife photography. Amazing person. Love his smile. He's so, so great. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Stephen, for taking, and it was a great knowledge sharing each other. And I'm so happy with you, and see you again in the Sharjah exposure in Nikon counter.
Yeah.
So happy with you, man.
That's brilliant. And he loves sharing information. So those of you that want to obviously connect, go and look at Instagram, as well as Nikon School is going to obviously be doing some things with him. Those of you that are looking to learn, looking to grow, make sure you go and check out Nikon School. There's great initiatives with photographers across various different genres. We are here over the weekend at the Exposure Expo right here in Sharjah. There's a Nikon booth. We've got Nikon School. We've got booths where we're shooting stills photography, video photography. We've also got the Z9 that's going crazy behind me with auto capture, and there's obviously the whole host of cameras and lenses from Nikon on offer. So those of you that are out there, thank you for joining us on Frame by Frame. A new experience for all of us, learning, growing, and refreshing our creative aspect of our lives. I hope you enjoyed this. Please leave us a comment if you enjoyed it, as well as a like. We really want to hear from you and hopefully see if we should keep this going or not. It's all up to you. But thank you so much for your time. Till next time, all the best.